Okay, so here is the magic number calculator that I've created for you. So basically the bits that you want to fill in are the yellow bits here. Okay, the grey ones are calculated for you. So you would put in your average order number. So what is an average order number? Okay, now when you're starting out, or even when you've been going for a while, there are going to be sort of guesstimates. You need to do sort of intelligent guesses based on what you think you're going to do. Okay, and what I love about this, whenever I'm business planning, I've always got a spreadsheet behind me, and I'm always plugging in numbers to see, well, if I just tweak this or if I just tweak that. To feel free to tweak this spreadsheet for your needs, but hopefully this is going to give you the basics of your financial planning, so that you know sort of what your targets are. So if your average order number is say £30, okay, and your cost per order is £15, so that basically means for every order, £30 order you sell, it costs you £15 to make. Okay, they're your cost of goods sold. Your conversion rate. Now this is sort of for every 100 people, how many people buy from you. So every 100 people you get in front of, how many of those people will buy from you. And if you're looking at sort of leads on a website, that tends to be quite low, so 1-2%. If you're at a show or more direct sales, they're going to be higher. So one of the things you always want to monitor is your conversion rate. So you need to track where all your orders come from, so you know what's working. So whenever you do an advert, you can work out what your conversion rate is on that advert and things, and then you have a lot more intelligence around working out what marketing is working for you. Okay, so let's say it's 2% conversion rate. I've also asked you to put in how many hours you work a month on your business, because then you can work out at the end, you know, that you're not working for less than minimum wage, you're not working for £1 an hour or something. These grey ones have worked out what your gross margin and your markup are, just so that you know. Then you want to put in something here. So this is working out what you want to take out of your business. This is a bit of personal finance planning. So your monthly food and bills, just for fun. So I've just put £100 in each, but obviously you want to go through and put what it is that you want for each pot. And this is if you've got a partner and your your monthly food and bills, normally £500 a family, and this is how much you personally want to contribute to that pot. Okay, then this works out how much you want to take home, how much your personal take home would be. Then everything else is calculated for you. So this then works out that everything above here means that you need to turn over £1,400 in your business, which means you need 46.6 sales, which means you need to get in front of 2,333 people. So that might be leads to your website or something. So all of these figures are per month, and then you'll be earning £17.50 an hour. Okay. So what you can do then, I've done an actual and then a 1 year and a 5 year, but you can just be playing around with them, so tweaking different numbers to see how that affects your turnover, your required turnover and various things. Okay, so while I've put 1 year, you might just want to say, well, okay, well, if I can get my conversion rate, well, here, look, if I can get my average order up to £60, but it still only cost me £15, what does that mean? So say, for instance, if you just doubled your retail price of what it was you were selling, but your costs remain the same, how would that affect your numbers? Well, you can go down here and you can see that your turnover then means that you only need to turn over £933 and you only need 15 sales. So if you're able to double your retail price and keeping your costs the same, look how many less sales you have to make per month. You only need to make 15.5 sales a month as opposed to 46. And that means you only need 777 leads rather than 2,333. So you can see just by that one tweak, everything else staying the same, and all you did was change your price. And this is why I'm so stressy over people not charging enough for what it is they do, because if you're not charging enough, then you can see how scary the numbers get if you're trying to earn proper money from it. Whereas if you start charging more, then you start having to do less. You have to sell less. Okay, so while you might be charging double, you have to sell a hell of a lot less at that price than you would if you were charging £30. So again, all numbers being the same, in this column what I've done is I've put our conversion rate up to 10% rather than 2%. And then you can see that everything else remains the same, but this means that my turnover is the same, and my level of sales is the same, but instead of having to get in front of 2,330 people, I only need to get in front of 466. So you can see by increasing your turnover, that means that you don't need as many leads to get the same level of business. So hopefully you can see that this spreadsheet is basically allowing you to play around with your numbers to see, well, if I could get my conversion rate at this level, or if I could get my retail price at this level, what does it mean, and how much do I need? So instead of it all going around your head, you can get a lot more specific over what it is you need to earn. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, so just plug in your numbers into the yellow bits, and then the grey bits will be automatically generated for you. And hopefully that all makes sense, and it helps you sort of get a little bit more clear about your magic number. I love, 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 very sad probably, but playing with these sort of spreadsheets, because unless you really get clear on what it is you need to do financially, then your business, what are you doing in business? You need to know how many sales you need to know what your turnover needs to be, so that you've got something to aim for. Otherwise you're just very much working in the dark and hoping that you get to where you need to be. Okay, so yeah, here's your little magic number calculator that I've created for you. I hope you find it useful.